The highlight of the week, sponsored by Dave Franek Auto. Looking for that first car for your son or daughter? Don't panic. See Dave Franek.
We're 500. Last year we were picking up our first win at this time. We finished 2-21. We're sitting 7-7 right now. So we're not thrilled with that. We think there's a couple games like this one we probably should have been able to pull out. Foul line has hurt us a couple games, but we definitely improved from where we were last year. And when we look at last year's schedule and this year's schedule, we were 1-6 against the teams last year. This year we're 7-0 against those teams. So the carryover games we're winning this year, so that's nice.
You mentioned 2-21 last year. You guys are now 500 this year. Talk about what you and your coaching staff have done as a whole to get this program up and running at a competitive level again.
Well, I think the kids have really contributed to that. We held open gym over the summer, and we had anywhere between 5 and 10 kids showing up on a consistent basis so we could play. Then before the season started, we had like captains opening the gym, and the kids were coming in for that. And our big kid, Jimmy, he's always in the gym. Bus leaves at 5:15. He's in here shooting until 5:14 until he runs out to the bus. So the kids are really putting in the effort.
Talk about your guard play. You guys have some great guards. Number 14, you mentioned he's a sophomore earlier. They gave Fitz was walk-over out here in the second half. You guys gave him all they could handle in the third quarter. You guys had the lead down to single digits. Talk about what they mean to this program.
Bryce carries us. He's one of those guys who can pretty much get past almost anybody he wants. Even if there's somebody who can give him some difficulty, he has a strong enough handle on the ball where he's not just turning it over. He handles the ball for the majority of the time for us, but then like his brother Andrew is also a solid guard, so when we have to, we can give the ball to him and move the ball that way.
And then you also guys have the big man, number 31, Jimmy. Talk about what he does inside. It seems like you guys have speed, and you guys have and you guys have size down on the side when you need it against teams that can have formidable big men.
Yeah, I mean, Jimmy is 6'7". He just alters shots. He likes to jump to block as many as he can. For a while he was up there in the top 10 in the states for blocks. And you saw it tonight. He does get a good job of getting up and out with the ball. Sometimes it gets him in foul trouble, so we're trying to work on keeping him on his feet a little bit more, just to alter the shots, not necessarily block them all the time. But he's also a monster on the boards. Wes Caldwell the other day pulled down 23 boards, and that definitely helps your cause when you get 23 extra possessions.
The athletics here as a whole at Sussex Tech. Bobby Leach done a fantastic job this past fall with your football program, and then you with the basketball program. Talk about how athletics are really up and on the rise here at Sussex Tech.
Well, I think the kids have said it better. They've always talked about how a lot of schools view them almost as a doormat in the past, where they're coming up, they'll lose. Last year we had to get out of that attitude where we're going to schools and they're just figuring that they're going to beat us. We go there, take our lumping, and leave. Last year when I took over the program, we only had one returning varsity player. Everybody else had graduated, so it was a young team. So we knew we were going to take lumps, not because we didn't care, just because we were young. And now we're getting a little bit older, and we're able to dish out some of those lumps. So now I think people don't look at this as an easy win anymore.
Let's talk about some goals that you guys have for this program coming up. You guys have the HWS coming up in a couple of weeks, and perhaps states maybe down the road in the future.
Yeah, we're really hoping to make states. We're hoping to make it legitimately with the above 500 record and not have them look for other teams to fill spots. In terms of the HWS, we were hoping that we could knock off Lenape and Wallkill just because they're the old SCIL teams. But it didn't work out that way. But we're still going to make a strong run in the HWS, hopefully.